rescue efforts of a Beltsuber woman. Her brother was killed as flames ripped through their home. A Penn Hills woman is hospitalized following a car accident. And the Eastern Airlines strike is having a crippling effect at Greater Pitt Airport. Good evening, I'm Sheila Highland.
And I'm Tom Randalls. WTAE 4 News is next.
If you really want to stay on top of things, you can plan next year's in
TAE TV in Pittsburgh. This is WTAE 4 News.
Good evening. A tragedy tops our news this evening. A Beltsuber man is dead. The sister who tried to save him in serious condition tonight after a fire swept through their two-story home. Susan Brozick has more.
I saw her emptying her rubbish, and in a matter of minutes, I saw flames engulfed everywhere. It was horrifying.
Eyewitnesses say 59-year-old Mary Donahoe did everything she could to get back inside the house she shared with her brother Dick, but intense flames and thick smoke drove her back. Her brother was pronounced dead at the scene.
Police were out back trying to knock on doors, and the flames come shooting out. They had to get out of the way, and we're trying to restrain her from trying to get back in the house.
She had some first-degree burns, significant smoke inhalation, although she remained conscious and alert when we saw her.
Dick Donahoe had narrowly escaped death once before. More than 30 years ago, on the night of his high school graduation party, he was in a car accident. His companions were killed. He alone survived, but relatives say the accident left serious mental and physical scars.
As kids, he used to come out and watch us play ball and stuff, and, for what he could do, but he was always, it was Dick Donahoe.
The fire that began at the Donahoe house began to spread to adjacent homes. Firefighters had to evacuate residents several doors away.
I was sleeping on the couch, and I just heard somebody kicking on my door.
Is she okay?
One elderly woman needed oxygen, but paramedics felt she would be all right. Tonight, it's the survivor of this house that people are worried about. Mary Donahoe has taken care of her brother for years.
They're very old people. It's a shame that this had to happen.
Many things have happened in this neighborhood, and it just always seems that it happens to the people that, that don't deserve it.
Susan Brozick, WTAE 4 News.
Investigators are still looking into the cause of that fire, but early reports indicate that it may have been caused by electrical problems.
Eastern Airlines passengers can be seen scrambling to make alternative travel plans following the machinists' union decision to strike as of midnight last night. All flights out of Pittsburgh were canceled today as local union members walked off the job and onto the picket line. Several of the 30 machinists and baggage handlers of Local 1044 took a walk today in support of the union. They're fighting for pay raises while Eastern battles for 100...
After an heroic attempt to save her brother. Vince DeLisi talked with friends and neighbors who witnessed the tragedy.
At 9:23 this morning, Pittsburgh Fire was called to this house on Lillian Street in Beltsuber. The firehouse is just 3 blocks away, but by the time firefighters arrived, the house was fully involved.
There were 2 people, the victim and his sister. His sister, of course, did get out of the house, as I understand it, and then she went back to try to assist her brother.
Neighbors rushed to the scene to see what was going on.
All you could see was just smoke and then just flames, and then fire trucks responded immediately.
2 people lived in the house, Richard Donahoe and his sister Mary.
We were up on the roof trying to, keep the house cooled down with some hoses just in case. And when I saw her down on the ground, here with the paramedics, I come down, and evidently she tried repeatedly to get back in the house, and she was burnt pretty good herself.
Her brother Richard was handicapped when he was injured in a car accident a number of years ago. Mary took care of him, and those who knew Richard Donahoe said he was quiet. Because of the handicap, didn't get around much, but was very likable.
He'd come out and watch us play ball in the alley and stuff like that, and the whole family was just good people.
Because of the nature of this fire, officials say it's nearly impossible to determine exactly how it
happened just after 9 o'clock this morning. 52-year-old Richard Donahoe, an invalid, was trapped inside the first floor of the house. Neighbors say they had to hold back Donahoe's 59-year-old sister, Mary Donahoe, as she tried to go back inside to save him. She is listed in serious condition tonight at Mercy Hospital. Donahoe died at the scene.